Hey guys, just want to let you know about the new website, Aspect of the Hunter. If you want to find the latest pet, transmog, or anything else WoW related, head on over to Aspect of the Hunter. It's the home for all us hunters. Hey, what's up guys? Ravenclaw here, and welcome to another PvP tips and tricks video. And in this one we're going to focus on the BM and little things that I use in my PvP adventures to help me out to secure wins and push up the rating. Now this is probably going to be focused more to sort of your new to intermediate hunters, that some of these tricks that most of the advanced hunters will know these already, but I'm hoping to help the newer players. Now I have been approached by a couple of new hunters that have asked me to put this up, so to them, here it is. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is pet taunting. So let's just open up the macro that I use straight away. So this macro here is aimed at, say we're going up against another BM, and that BM is going to tunnel your healer. What this is good for is you are able to then use your pet's growl to taunt their pet off the healer, and because it only has a 10-second cooldown, or 8-second even, you basically can sort of semi-spam it. Now this is great because, especially if they've started bursting and they're going to start spamming kill commands, the kill command will end up going straight onto your pet instead of your healer or yourself. This is great for survivability and good for peeling and all this other good stuff. So especially if they're using Aspect of the Beast, where Cunning, every time you use kill command, puts a 50% slow on them. I've used this quite a lot, and it's been able to get me out of a lot of sticky situations, especially against 1v1s against other hunters. Don't forget you can do other pets like, you know, DK's pets and Warlock pets and all that other stuff. Just make sure when you use the macro though, you've aligned this number here with the position that they are in the arena. Now I have got a clip ready to show you this in action, so yeah, let's have a look. Alright, so hopefully that gives you a little bit a better understanding on, you know, some of the intricacies that is the BM Hunter. Everyone says, oh, 3 buttons, haha. But there are things that, you know, the average player doesn't really recognize, like little things like that. Now, let's move on to something else that you may or may not be aware of. Let's say you're against a Shadow Priest, for example, and what they'll do is they want to put dots all over everybody, and your pet will start getting chomped. But you're about to go for a kill, but your pet's really getting focused. Now, you can put misdirection on, and it does give a 35% damage reduction. Now, you might be saying, oh, that's not massive, but still, it's better than nothing. You know, you use that with men pet, it keeps your pet sustained, and doesn't really make your healer focus too much on trying to keep your pet alive. Little things like that are the difference between, you know, a win and a loss, I guess. I guess what I'm trying to say is it can't hurt, you know what I mean? Because there's been many games where my pets have been targeted, and God, doesn't that just annoy you? You have to run away and then revive the pet and all that other stuff, or your healer stops healing you and starts healing your pet instead. But yeah, you get the idea. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is trapping. The big question that I get asked all the time is, how do you trap and what do you do? So what we'll do is I'll show you what I do when we get down to the bottom here, but then I'll run some clips of the traps and how I land them, and we'll talk about them in an arena situation. Okay, so the one thing, I'm going to use a situation that happened just recently, and I was talking to a really good hunter. He was having problems with his trapping. Now I asked, how do you normally try and go for a trap? Do you try and shoot it, or do you try and drop trap? And most of the time he was going for a shot. Now, here's the thing, like, if the target is moving as slow as a bear, then no worries, go for gold. But in an arena, like we all know, they start charging in and you're always on the move, and unless, you know, your teammate or yourself have locked them down like that and then dropped a trap, stuff like that, you know, your success rate on that is going to be very slow. Like if you can Hail Mary a trap, go for it. But this is something that I don't do. What I like to do is what I call drop trapping, and I'll do that in a sec once the cooldown comes about. It really comes down to synergy as well. Synergy with your team. When you talk about setting up a CC chain, say with your druid or your rogue or whoever you're with, say, you know, I could start off with traps, so they'll start with a stun into a trap and da-da-da. But most of the time when I'm fighting, you'll see me like run towards the target. Most of the time, funnily enough, the healer or whoever it is won't expect for you to be running past and then just drop a trap and then keep running. You know what I mean? What the hell is that thing? Oh, nothing. But as you can see, when I'm on the target and I drop it at my feet and run away, there's very minimal, I'd say probably about a 5% chance of error. Now, if I'm over here and trying to drop a trap on someone that's moving around, here's the thing. It requires the distance between you and the target. So remember, you've got to shoot. The latency that you're running on, luckily enough for me, I'm a very low ping. But these three things in an arena can make a huge difference. Even though we're talking, you know, milliseconds, but they make a huge difference between a trap and not. But when I'll show you just here. I didn't get to show you too well before. So when I'm running, I just drop a trap at my feet. And as you can see, even though if I did have a bit of latency there, it's like literally, look at the pose it's in. Oh, anyway. What the? You see that? Oh, he wants out of that trap. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. But basically what I'm trying to say is the closer you are to the target, the better your chances are at trapping. So even if you have to try and land a trap by yourself, it's better to use, like, if you have to use binding shot to get a trap or whatever, go for it. But, you know, doing this will save your other CCs for, you know, peeling and all that. Also remember, if you use concussive shot and you have to run up to the target, it's better for you to drop a trap at your feet than trying to, you know, shoot it across the map. Anyway, what I want to show you real quick is we'll show you the macro that I use, and then I'll show you it in an arena. Where are we? Which one is? Okay, so this is the macro here. I will link all these down below so you guys can copy paste. But let's go through what it says here. So the first line here, I use a modifier. So if I hold shift, then the next condition says @player, which means you. Okay, this is what I use for my tar trap as well. So you can see it drops at my feet. This is great for when I'm trying to, you know, peel away from a say a melee warrior or whatever. Also, if I'm trying to peel for my healer, I can then run up to the healer, drop it at my feet, and then keep going. So if I hold shift and then I use the trap ability, it'll drop it at my feet. Otherwise, I'll have it's basically sort of like a trap launcher toggle, I guess you can call it. But this is what I found to be the most effective, and then say, halala, take that. But yeah, you get where I'm going with this. Now, just a couple of things before we go into the final clip is, you know, I use that for the tar trap like I've mentioned, but I also use a flare one, which I'll show you here. So this one here real quick allows me to drop a flare wherever my cursor is located on the screen. This I find really, really helpful for when I'm trying to like kill a rogue or something like that. Instead of me having to, you know, select the flare and then place it down, that one click in between that I can remove, it all helps. These little things all help. But anyway, let's jump into the clip and we'll have a look at what we've got. Okay, so this game was all about control. Now this first example is an example of the pally hodging first, so I know that he's secured. I get as close as I can either way, even if I'm going to throw. That way I know I've got a good target. You're just more assured of where it's going to land. Now, in this instance, the pally hodges again, but I drop it at my feet because I want to keep running around and going for the druid. This allows, doing the drop trapping allows for those sort of things, being able to just run and keep target on the kill target, I guess. Now here, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I did want to throw a trap because there was a chance I was going to hit a pet, so I ran at the healer and dropped it at my feet, allowing me to just keep getting back into the fight. And yeah, to keep that pressure going. It saves you having to focus, you know, so much on trying to land the trap. This way you can just drop it, run back into the fight, and continue going. And because of this, because no traps were missed or anything like that, we're able to keep so much pressure going that, you know, in turn, won us the game. So guys and girls, I hope that has helped you out a little bit. Just some quick tips that I wanted to show you guys. And yeah, if you have any other questions, please let me know down below. I always love trying to help out as many people as I can. If you have my battle tag in game, always hit me up, always up for a chat. But other than that, guys, I think I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for a new video. But until then, you awesome and amazing hunters, you keep on sniping, and I'll see you all very soon. Peace.